Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Band. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. And let me look up his name. Somebody made me or asked me to do a video on gang stalking. Let me look up his name so I can give him credit. One second. Let me see here. Where is he at? Hold on. Let me go to YouTube Studio. I can't go to Studio on this phone. One second, everyone. I'm trying to find. Okay, here's his name. Asa Cowherd, shout out to you. He said, hey, big homie, can you do a video on gang stalking? Yes, I can, but I'm not going to put everything in here. And because when you're being gang stalked, you don't want them to know everything that you know. So, you already know I got the notes. I already got the notes. We're going to get into this, and we're going to try to wrap this up in about 19 minutes. Gang stalking is defined as, it's also known as group stalking, by the way, is the belief that those affected have or have been affected or are being targeted by a large group of individuals with the intent to cause mental or physical harm. Now, listen. We're gonna get into some conspiracy. We're gonna keep it under wraps. This is all alleged, by the way. This is alleged. Like this ain't, we ain't using no names. I'm not getting into names or anything. So they're also called wait, hold on. We'll get there. How can I say this on the surface? Let me just go to the notes. A lot of those who do this are in sports cars. I'm finna show you something. Let's talk about the road first. Because a lot of the gang stalking is done on the road. It's created and its intention is to cause stress and anger. Just the other day, now I don't know if this person was gang stalking, but I was sitting where I am, like close to where I am, and a car comes in the parking lot and just keeps circling around my car. So I got away from around them. I go over here to do some work, and he was right there. See, one thing you can't do when you're dealing with gang stalkers is fear. You got to be ready to defend yourself. And anytime, I learned this in correction, you got to be able to justify any of your actions. So the word action is where we get actor from. So this is the whole life is a screenplay. And I told y'all in the last video, you'll see it. Everything pretty much is a scam. So we all in this screenplay. Some of us are trying to stay free out of jail because they don't like us, because we know too much, and we tell the truth. Truth eliminates brainwashing possibilities. Let me say that again. In any area, truth eliminates brainwashing. So when you have a person that doesn't understand or believe that there's an absolute truth, that person is more susceptible to be programmed or brainwashed. So that's one of the first things that they want you to understand and believe on their side, is that there's no absolute truth. There's an absolute truth in almost anything. But they don't want you to believe that. And some of these YouTubers, I know you, man. I see you. Some of y'all is fake. You try to get on here like you successful, and only hit dogs holler. So this only gonna hit those of you who know him. Some of y'all is freaking agents. I know what you are, man. You ain't better than me. You ain't better than other people. Are you a Mason? Are you a special agent? If you are, I've told you this many times, stop acting like you doing something. You not. You're not. Let's get back on the subject. That is kind of on subject, because gang stalking is extremely done on YouTube. It's a lot of it on YouTube. So, teach your kids. Do not get into people online. When they say negative things to you, don't take it to heart. Don't take it to heart. Negative is not something that you need to hear. Negative is that stuff you don't need to hear. Don't take it to heart. These ain't your friends. You barely could trust them. And do not be going to these parties or all this stuff without people that you can trust and that'll help you get down and fight if something jumps off. Don't do it. Because you don't know what buyouts these people getting. Now, a lot of those who do this, like I said, are in sports cars or monster truck. You got the biggest car on the road, you going 80 miles an hour. Either you're crazy or somebody putting you up to it. Because you ever notice how people run you off the road? Sometimes that be planned. No. They will have men posing as vets. This is something they do in Wisconsin. Dude at the stop sign, cussing people out. I started to respond one time. I said, man, that dude probably an agent. Good dude. Cussing people out at stop signs. They will come down or come in the comments on social media, on YouTube, not showing their face, belittling YouTubers. They will masquerade as popular YouTubers or be made popular by the feds. They be in, some of them will admit it too. There's been a couple of them that their cover was blown. Now, like I said, they will masquerade as popular YouTubers or be made popular by the feds. They will keep the numbers of YouTubers on their list down to kill their influence. How am I still not monetized after 6 years? How? I'll tell you how. Everybody don't even know about me because they're promoting those who words and accents promote chaos. They're recommending their videos. I see you. Yeah, they might be letting me through a little more, and I appreciate it. But it's still not to the same level as these rappers that shouldn't even be on YouTube. Because they violating community guidelines with the things they say. Now, they are also called controlled opposition. These guys, they get on here and they made icons. Like, it was rumors of one of the mainstream evangelists, I ain't even got to say his name, didn't even believe in God. They taught him everything they wanted him to say. And he said it and became big. Controlled opposition. Their job sometimes is to keep chaos in the community. Feminism was gang stalking. It don't have the same effect, but it was gang stalking. Intended to destroy the family structure and set back the black community. Now, we set ourselves back because the brainwashing is done. We don't buy from each other. We killing each other in the street. And then they watch people like me more than they watch drug dealers and stuff. In every organized group, there is what's called a plant. A plant is usually the one that will conduct the gang stalk. Gang stalkers sometimes get paid to riot. I told y'all, I ain't gonna say which one, but I'm gonna show you something. I'm finna show you something. And I don't want to talk about gangs, none of that stuff. And I don't want to, how I know this, it doesn't matter. But on one of the riots, the guy had on all blue and did this. That's Vice Lord. He had on all blue, and I think his hat was broke to the right, and he was doing this with his fingers instead of this. This is just a symbol. I'm just using this as an example in my content. Now, that proved to me, I said, yep, He threw up the opposite gang symbol. When your fingers are like this, that's people. He was supposed to curve his finger for folks, but he had on all blue and he's trying to act like, and first of all, come on, man. Let's keep going. Addictive drugs are allegedly a gang stalk. How do you know what? I'm going to save that for Rumble. What I was finna say. How can I put this and get it past the censorship? I can't believe you. If you say that you have a remedy for me, when all the other stuff that you should have had a remedy for, you don't. Especially after I hear people making speeches about depopulation. We ain't gonna name names. We ain't gonna go too deep. Addictive drugs are a gang stalk. How are they still in the community? I'll tell you how. Because somebody is allowing. The arm water is allegedly a gang stalk. Gang stalking's aim is to discredit individuals so they will tap your phones. They will watch what you watch online. Oh, he watched porn. They gang stalked Martin Luther King. They used him at first. Who knows what his agreement was? But after a while, he started kind of doing his own thing. So how did we find out that he had all those women? Because he was being gang stalked. And this is what you do. See, I know about gang stalking. I would never let that take away from what he accomplished. People want sex. The end. The end. You who control this stuff, you put it out there. The human psyche is curious. It's curious. And downright debaucherous. So sometimes you'll find yourself watching stuff that you would never do. But the gang stalker, look at him watching that stuff. That's how it be, man. I'm telling you, that's why you can't, listen, man. You are who you believe you are. You don't control no airwaves. You don't control hardly anything. Half the time we can't even control our bowel movement. We be having to run to the bathroom, practically not making it. We don't control hardly anything. It's, okay, we got 6 minutes left. I'm finna just break this down real quick. It's psychological harassment, and they largely work through social media, so don't get too far into that. Listen, if you're not getting likes, that's okay. They could be taking your likes away. If you're on the government watch list, you're not gonna get likes. If you do, they'll take some of them away. So don't worry about that stuff. Don't let your mind focus on that. They are also called red squads. Their job is to ruin people and to make them look crazy. Most of the people that people call crazy that talk about conspiracies and all that, they're not crazy. They just want to kill their influence. Like if they done did the research and that stuff that's true, the brainwashed people will say you're crazy. The gang stalkers also will say you're crazy. Now, to make them look crazy, be careful with people who just try to be your friend out of the blue. Sometimes they are sent. Car pileups, food poisoning, these are some of the things they do to look like the problem solvers, but they really the problem causers. So they know your routine. So change up how you go and look around. Always keep your head on the swivel. Make note of the cars you always see. And try to look at them if they ain't got tinted windows to see if they looking at you. Now, they know your routine, like I said, so look at different stuff every time you go online. Every time you go online. You know they got a central computer that they call a beast, but who's keeping score? They organize hoaxes to get you to trust those you should not trust, and they cause sudden death. So stay prayed up, get connected to God, and start praying against people. Learn how to pray against people. Learn how to pray against sorcery. They know that you cannot beat them without the Most High, like I said. So they brainwash you to hate spirituality. You fighting and arguing with people that's trying to teach you something that could be the entry level to your spiritual success. I want you to know that you are a puppet when you do that. You should always hear people out what they got to say spiritual. You don't got to agree with it. Do your own research. They use preachers. They will not teach what is real. These preachers they use. They shadow ban, block, and slow down those on their list. They promote stress. They will cut you off in traffic, like I said. They stalk and track those on the watch list. That's why live your best life now, but always never jeopardize your future with the Most High. They take a job with you and say such things like, I believe that person is gay. Or y'all listening to him, that ninja crazy, when they a plant. And that person they tell you not to listen to, you spend your time heckling them, and you could have learned what you need to learn to help you avoid what's coming. Because people like me, and the day is going to come where I'm going to be like, look, when I was trying to tell y'all, y'all wasn't listening. So get out of my face, deal with it. Now, sometimes lotto workers can be similar to gang stalkers. You play all that money, they give it to who they want to give it to. That's the type of stuff gang stalkers do. They will allow small uninhabited towns to win the big money that everyone is playing for. Now, rappers are used to gang stalk. Look at the lyrics of most gangster rappers. It promotes Satanism. Steal, kill, and destroy. Then they'll say something like, God is blessing me. Who is your God? Because if you're talking about and promoting a life of stealing, killing, and destroying, drugs destroy the community, then I know that you're preaching Satanism, that you're a prophet for the devil. That's why I don't care about your chain. I like nice cars, but listen, I'm not finna admire people who not doing what they need to do. That dude right there could be a gang stalker. Like, where is he even going? Look like he going to a factory, but he walking past with a lunch in his hand. Ain't no factories even though. Let's keep going. we finna sum this up. We finna close. Same thing with rock music. It promotes rebellion and self-deletion. Blues promotes adultery and depression. So all of these music sum up what they want. Stealing, killing, poverty, brainwashing, disrespect, racism, depression. All the stuff that will give you a lower lifestyle that will in turn cause you to do something impulsive where you lose your soul. Jazz doesn't promote anything. That's why it's not as popular. Anyway, this is The Truth, man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. No Matrix, no doing these things. Go back and watch this video and see exactly how you need to be thinking and living your life. No Simping, All Subjects channel. Thanks for watching.